Best judged that ball beautifully.
George Best lit up the Scottish game for just one brief season, signing for Hibernian in 1979.
Hibs, right from I first arrived back from America, showed interest. And they came in and made me a tremendous offer. And it's given me the opportunity to play week in, week out, which suits me a lot better than sitting around waiting and hoping.
At 33, he was well past his best.
Best has already been warned by the referee for...
He was paid thousands for his efforts. In return, he added thousands to the gates for the Edinburgh side.
I remember going to St Mirren one day. Nearly a sellout because George Best, you know. And he was a great lad in the dressing room for his... Never said much. Very quiet guy in the dressing room, you know. But, as everyone knows, out with the dressing room, it was, you know, a bit of a lad, let's say.
Best doing it so simply and easily.
But football's first modern superstar couldn't beat his toughest opponent, alcohol. Only flashes of the real George Best were ever seen in his 25 appearances for Hibs.
Making his way to the penalty area. Neatly judged ball.
I remember playing Rangers one day in a very, very contentious game. George goes to take a corner, somebody throws a can at him. Now, rather than remonstrating with the police, he picks up, takes a sip and puts it back down again and takes a corner. The Rangers fans laugh. They completely diffused the situation. That's the type of guy he was.
And run down from the back, free kick, giving Derek Johnson a ball.
George Smith, the referee, was going to book him in the testimonial game against Newcastle United, and he pointed to the stands to tell George Smith, the referee, that the crowd were there to watch him. He says, they're here to watch me, not you. Then he remembered it was my testimonial and he says, oh, and him too.
For 11 months, he was the brightest star in Scottish football.
Campbell coming through, this is Best. Drives it in right footed, it's a goal! Beautiful goal by Best, superbly taken. 26 minutes gone. George Best's second goal since joining Hibernian. His first was on November the 24th.
Played the game with a smile, he entertained everybody, and he was fantastic in the dressing room. When he came, you think he's been everywhere, he's done everything. There was no big time Charlie, no airs or graces. He mucked in. After training, he went for a beer with the lads. He was a wonderful player, and when he came to Easter Road, I mean, he lit the place up. The crowds were turning out. His first game was Partick Thistle at home, 22,000 for a game that normally would attract maybe 7, and that was the kind of stuff they came to see. A fantastic goal against Celtic, and games against Celtic and Rangers, that got his juices flowing. They were the big games. They were the ones he loved. That game finished a draw. We also beat Rangers on, I think it was around about Christmas time, and it was a slippy park, and he just glided about and he controlled the game. It was fantastic to watch him at close quarters, and not too many people can say they played in the same team as George Best.
Exactly.
It was a troubled period. After just a few months, he left Hibs. Given a second chance, there was just one solitary fan there to welcome him back.
I'm just hoping it can continue where I left off, and I'm trying to pretend that nothing's happened in between, and I hope they accept me back. When I was here originally, the response was tremendous, and I just hope it continues.
And one man who rarely misses a Hibs game says we'll never see the likes of George Best again.
I had the privilege of seeing it firsthand. Players like Puskas and Di Stefano and Johan Cruyff and Eusebio, on many occasions, but most of all, George Best. He was a genius, and just a lovely, ordinary little lad from Belfast.